Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to address a super important topic that I'm really passionate about. Being outside is where I simply love to be. It brings me joy, peace, and rest. Since the start of COVID, hiking and backpacking have become extremely popular this past summer. It's a way to get out of the house since we can't travel, and it's a way to get exercise. I was definitely one of those people where I would go hiking every weekend. It's how I got my exercise, my vitamin D, and it was an escape from reality of what's currently happening in our world. However, the more of us that hike in the wilderness, the more things we bring that could potentially produce trash. The amount of plastic, masks, clothing items, toilet paper, and more that I've seen out in the woods this past summer is unacceptable. We must start taking action of packing out our trash. So today I will be going over the importance of packing out our trash, how trash affects wildlife, and ways to take action on this issue. So let's start with the importance of packing out our trash. Packing out our trash is important because it keeps our environment clean. When garbage isn't picked up, it greatly affects the environment. First, leaving garbage is just gross. People don't realize the impact it has on the environment. It attracts animals, which we will talk about in a little bit. Also, hiking to a pretty place just to see beer cans and plastic bags is just sad. It affects the view, and it's not the right way to treat Earth. Human waste such as poop and toilet paper is also a huge issue. You'd be surprised how many people don't know proper trail etiquette when it comes to human waste. I mean, someone who's hiking 5 miles up a rocky mountain in flip-flops obviously shows that they're not very knowledgeable of trail etiquette. I'm sorry. But in fact, in a Seattle Times article written by Colleen Stinchcomb, wrote from an interview with an Okanagan Wenatchee National Forest Ranger, she said in the 1st of August, one of her rangers counted 999 people on a single Saturday at Kolchak Lake, while other workers buried 200 piles of poop and toilet paper. I'm sure a lot of you Washingtonians have heard of Kolchak Lake or have even done the hike. It's very popular, but the popularity of it causes the trail to be very dirty, which is an issue. Would you really like the job to bury piles of human feces? Yeah, I wouldn't either. The proper way is to bury your poop and toilet paper. However, if your toilet paper isn't biodegradable, pack it out. That is what you have to do when you choose to spend time in the beautiful mountains. It's just your responsibility. It comes with it. I've also witnessed a ton of doggy bags left on the side of the trail. The wilderness isn't your garbage can, and when you take a dog, carrying the dog's poop is part of the responsibility. My point is, pick it up and pack it out, and bury your poop. When you're in the wilderness, you have to do things you don't always want to do. That's the glory of spending time in the outdoors. Now, trash doesn't only make the environment dirty, but it also attracts wildlife. When you leave trash, especially food items, it attracts animals, and it sometimes attracts ones you don't want to encounter. Wildlife can smell trash from a distance, and they will follow that smell. In fact, bears can smell food 20 miles away. Obviously, when they're hungry, they'll follow that smell. The Alaska Department of Fish and Game talk about coexisting with bears. They state that bears like garbage. Garbage can be easy for bears to obtain and is often calorie-rich, which makes it attractive food for bears. So, this doesn't obtain only to bears, but to all wildlife. Animals smell food and will be attracted to it, but don't let them get used to it. Therefore, pick up your trash and especially don't feed animals. Desensitizing animals is another issue when it comes to trash. Animals can get used to human food, but we do not want that to happen. In the book, A Woman's Guide to the Wild, which is a great book, by the way, if you want to get it, Ruby McConnell states desensitizing animals to our presence and feeding them causes them to shift from their normal behavior and grow accustomed to being provided with food by humans. Don't encourage wildlife to hang out with us because they can either be pests or become an aggressor, and that never turns out good for them because most of the time it can cause them to be put down, and we never want that. Overall, Do your job to not attract wildlife. It will benefit you and them. So, we've covered the importance of picking up your trash and wildlife. Let's move on to ways you can take action on this ongoing issue. When you choose to pick up your own trash and other people's trash, it can help the environment tremendously. There are 3 simple things you can do. The first thing you can do is pick up trash along the trail. Very simple. I always carry a plastic bag or a gallon Ziploc bag for my trash and other people's trash. This way I can keep the trash all together and easily toss it when I get home. Also, carry hand sanitizer with you so you can stay clean and sanitized, because I know picking up other people's trash is very gross. An article posted on the Washington Trails Association states that Christina Hickman, a Seattle resident, picked up 80 pounds of trash in 2019. She wrote, "I picked up trash all over the state, from the grand and majestic places like Mount Rainier and North Cascades National Parks to places closer to my home like Discovery Park in Seattle." This lady took the pledge to just pick up trash. Imagine if we all started picking up the trash that we see. I'm sure we would collect a ton over the year. If you choose to backpack, make sure you keep your cooking area clean and hang all your trash and food so critters or bears or cats don't get into it. I'm sure the last thing you want to hear at night is a bear getting into your food. So take up the responsibility to take care of your trash and hang it up. It takes 5 minutes. Also, when you leave your campsite, take the time to double check your site to make sure you're not leaving a trace of your humanity. Just keep it clean. The third thing is, if you're someone who just hates carrying trash, pack your food in containers rather than plastic bags. This way, you're reducing waste, which is great, and you're reducing the responsibility of carrying trash. However, carrying trash isn't really that big of a deal, so if you have any, just put it in your backpack safely and take it back home with you. It's not that bad, I promise. So those are just 3 simple ways to help keep the trails clean. So now let's wrap this up. Packing up your trash is so important. It keeps the environment clean and beautiful, as it should be. When you pack it out, you're reducing the chance of attracting wildlife to your area and also helping them out by not feeding them human food. Last, take the simple act to pick up your trash along the trail that you see and keep your trash packed together safely in your backpack. I really hope you can start making an impact and realize what leaving trash can do to our environment. It's important. So, cheers to picking up trash, and I'll see you in the next video.